The guy suddenly discovered while withdrawing cash that his account had inexplicably gained $750,000. In that instant, he felt like he was dreaming. To verify if he'd just seen things, he tried withdrawing $10,000. Sure enough, the ATM spat out the bills. This sudden windfall made him feel uneasy. He quickly stuffed the cash into his pocket. He even kindly handed a few fallen bills to a passerby before dashing home at top speed. But does fortune truly fall from the sky? No sooner had he arrived home than his elderly landlady called him over to explain. She'd received numerous packages addressed to him. This instantly made him sense something was amiss. He rushed inside to investigate, seeing the room piled high with packages of all sizes. The man could scarcely believe his eyes. Confused, he slowly opened one package, but its contents left him stunned. Inside were not only military-grade handguns, but also bomb-making materials. Even classified documents were hidden among them. An ominous foreboding instantly washed over him. Before he could react, the phone rang abruptly.
Hello?
The FBI will arrive at your apartment in 30 seconds. You must flee the premises.
Who is this?
The mysterious caller declared that in 30 seconds, the police would arrest him for treason. The weapons stashed in his house were the evidence, but Jack thought the caller was joking. The very next second, a SWAT officer suddenly descended from above. Panicked, Jack tried to flee, but it was already too late. Soon he was taken to the station for questioning. Jack insisted those packages had nothing to do with him. The counterterrorism chief actually believed him. It turned out he'd already investigated Jack's background and knew clearly he was just an office worker. But Jack's brother was different. The chief suspected his brother was a terrorist, and the weapons in his house belonged to him. Hearing this, Jack burst out laughing. He'd just attended his brother's funeral that morning. His brother had died in a car accident days earlier. Jack pleaded with the chief to release him, insisting he was truly innocent, but the chief dismissed it as feigned ignorance, ordering him to stay inside and reflect on his recent activities. Suddenly, the mysterious caller phoned again. The voice commanded Jack to drop to the floor immediately. Before Jack could react, a terrifying event unfolded. Hearing the commotion, the supervisor rushed over with his team. Then, instructions flashed on the screen opposite him. Jump off immediately. With armed SWAT officers closing in behind him, Jack had no choice but to steel himself and leap. He slid down the building onto the tracks. Seeing a train approaching, Jack scrambled to his feet and dodged it, barely escaping with his life. A new command popped up on the display. Get on the train immediately. To save himself, Jack scrambled aboard, but no sooner had he sat down than his phone rang again.
Stay on the train for 3 more stations and wait at the bottom of the platform.
Refusing to be manipulated by the stranger any longer, Jack switched trains. He thought this would evade the stranger, but the next second, the call came through again. Furious, Jack hung up immediately. Suddenly, the train slammed on its brakes, even reversing direction. Seeing the mysterious caller dial again, Jack reluctantly answered.
We told you to stay on the train.
How are you doing this?
Next stop is Wilson Station. A black Porsche Cayenne will be waiting at the northwest exit.
Hearing this, Jack broke down, impatiently hanging up the call. Then, everyone around him had their phones ring simultaneously, as he was mistaken for a terrorist. Jack had no choice but to dash out of the subway station and hopped into the Porsche the stranger had arranged. The moment he got in, a woman suddenly yelled at him. It turned out Lisa had also received orders from the stranger. She was here to pick up Jack. Her son was being held hostage by the stranger. If she didn't do this, the stranger would kill her son. Just as they were arguing, the stranger ordered them to drive away. Without a word, Lisa slammed her foot on the gas pedal, launching a life-or-death escape on the highway. But police cars quickly closed in behind them, just as the patrol cars were about to overtake them. The mysterious figure suddenly guided their route. Strangely, every time they approached an intersection, the traffic lights instantly turned green. Thus, the mysterious figure guided their car through one intersection after another. Meanwhile, the police cars collided repeatedly. They were then directed to a scrapyard. Before the pursuing police car could react, a giant claw crushed it. As they stared in shock, their own car was lifted by the claw. Just when they thought their end had come, the claw tossed them onto a scrap recycling ship and hurled their Porsche into the sea. And so, the supervisor lost all trace of Jack.